Habari Africa, mimi na King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Guys, Shivambu Wells and Floyd Shivambu just broke the internet with this interview. Floyd Shivambu said some things in that interview that shocked my spine. Floyd Shivambu revealed some things that made me view him in a different way. Floyd Shivambu has shed some light on other topics that made me understand things on a different angle. Serious, guys. It's serious. See, Floyd Shivambu never considered Julius Malema as a friend. He considered him as a political comrade, and the relationship for Floyd Shivambu was always, on a political level. It's a political relationship. And when he left the EFF, according to him, many other leaders of the EFF who were pretending when he left as if it was a shock, they already knew that he was leaving. It's not something that he did overnight. He spoke to them and told them and conscientized them about the decision he was making, and they knew about it before he left. The only person who did not know is Julius Malema. Why the secrecy around Julius? Why is it that leaders of the EFF are doing this? Is there something wrong with Julius Malema? Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kahiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Son, Mr. Easy Imali Eneng, and we're back at it again with another one. Hebafetu Ziakala. The MK political party, the EFF, Julius Malema, Floyd Shivambu, the drama continues. First, let me thank Shivambu Wells for the beautiful interview. I would have loved him to push a little bit more on the questions, follow-up questions. But Shivambu Wells did a great job. So continue to, for those who haven't already, subscribe to his channel. I think he's aiming for something like 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Click that subscribe button on Shivambu Wells. Not forgetting the other usual suspect, DJ's Boo, Decent, Mighty Jimmy, politically incorrect with Mashiane, my new queen that I love so much, Uzizi. Zizi's doing a great job. Who am I forgetting? The usual suspects that do political and black consciousness type of information. You guys go and subscribe there. We are not in competition. You don't pay anything to subscribe. Just go and click the subscribe button there. But always come back to your boy King. Ngoba ziyakhala namhlanje. Bafethu. No. Hey. It's hot. We asked the question and I answered it. I said, nobody wakes up and say, I'm going to leave a relationship, a friendship, a company, a what over a night, not even over a week. It takes months to come to a decision to say, I'm leaving the ANC, I'm leaving the EFF, I'm leaving the MK, I'm leaving this relationship, I'm leaving this friendship, I'm leaving this whatever. It takes time to leave that relationship. Floyd Shivambu says there are leaders. Imagine this. There are leaders in the EFF that knew, that he spoke to extensively about leaving the EFF. They knew. Some of them even wanted to leave immediately with him. You don't believe me? Listen to what Floyd said.
You are balancing, the harm it might do to the EFF versus the gains that it could do overall to this project of unity and also to MK. Take us through that balance that you were striking, because obviously...
Look, do you know there's good comrades in the EFF who could play a far much more meaningful role and everything. Some of them are very scared. I don't know why they're scared to be expressive and to speak as to what should be the direction of the organization. I heard his Some of the comrades were saying they were shocked that I went to Mkhondo's. Majority of the leaders of the economic freedom fighters knew that I'm going to join Mkhondo's party. Even in the officials, like some obviously they came to beg me and say, no, please don't tell the president. The president did not know, and I did not see the need to talk to him about it. I canvassed the perspective with everyone else. And then when I later on communicated the decision, then they said, please don't tell him that we knew throughout that you're going to take this progressive decision so that he doesn't look at us with doubt. And then I said, okay, that's fine. I won't tell him that. If you feel telling him like that in the future, you will be able to tell him. And some of them even went to pretend to be crying in the meeting of the Central Command team that, no, we did not know. He was shocked and all of those other things there. So it was a properly canvassed view. It was not a view that I just woke up and everyone else is shocked. It was a properly canvassed perspective that as part of consolidating the revolutionary agenda, we need to take this decision to join Mkhondo's party. And there are those, of course, who had said, let's go, all of us, if you're going. Then I said, I don't think that is a wise decision. You can participate like in EFF and everything else there. But if you decide to join Mkhondo's, it must not appear as if I am responsible for a mass exodus from the EFF. I'm joining.
Now, there's things that I'm picking up here that are very worrisome, to say the least, with what Floyd is saying. The first thing he says, listen, the EFF leaders or EFF members are scared to be expressive. Scared to be expressive. Why? Is Julius Malema a monster that people are scared to express their views in front of him? He says the majority of the leadership, they knew I was going to the MK. They knew. He spoke to them. I mean, how ironic is that? Because Abo Mbuyisane Ndlozi, Dalimpofu, Umphile Mautwe, Marshall Dlamini, all of them said, we were shocked to see this man leave. Tambo, Pambo, all of them, they were saying it came as a shock. I still remember watching the interviews of Dalimpofu. He says the leadership, they knew that I was going. But then they asked him, they said they begged him to say, listen, don't tell the CIC. Why? Why not tell the CIC? Because at the end you are going to tell him. Why is it that you find it easy as Floyd to express yourself so freely to everyone else besides your president of the party? Is that not the first person that you were supposed to tell? It means that the relationship of Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema, the CIC, was broken long time ago. Long time ago. You know? There was no relationship anymore. The first person you tell while you break up a relationship is the person you are in a relationship in. Deputy president and president. You say, hey, my president, you know what? These are my thoughts. I'm thinking, I'm not happy with you. And as a colleague, as a comrade, not even as a friend, as a colleague, as a comrade, this is a professional environment. I feel like I must tell you to your face so that you don't hear it from anyone else. I'm having thoughts about joining the ANC. I'm having thoughts about joining the MK. I'm having thoughts about taking a break from politics. I'm not happy here anymore. And it's becoming worrisome and too heavy on my spirit. That's the first person you speak to. And they say, no, man, I hear what you are saying, but don't you think 1, 2, 3, 4, have you considered this and this and this and this? But for the mere fact that he felt absolutely no need he says, I did not even see a need to talk to him. And look at his facial expression, how he changes when he says, I did not see need. It's like he's casting him out like a nothing. I spoke to everyone else, but I did not see a need to speak to Julius. So for me, when his facial expression changed, I knew that there was something wrong. We always knew there was something wrong because nobody lives for nothing. But it is now clear that there's something wrong. That statement will cause problems and division in the ANC, in the EFF. Excuse me. The reason it's going to cause division is now Julius is sitting. He's like, can't you guys, when you called me, I was in Limpopo. I had to drive all the way to Limpopo to come and see this man in Midrand or whatever. And you guys knew. Nobody said, you know what, hey, President, sorry to tell you, man. Floyd is going. I just wanted to tell you in confidence that I know so that you don't get shocked. He's calling you because he wants to leave the party. There was not a single leader that did it. We have to hear from Julius. We have to hear from Julius because Julius is going to be sitting there unhappy with the current leadership that he has. Going into the National People's Assembly in December. He's now going to ask himself, what Floyd said is going to ring in the back of his mind. Am I sitting with people I can trust or not? So, the way those people pretended to be shocked, it was unbelievable. For me, it was even to a point where I said, no, this thing is planned. It can't be. This thing is planned. But seeing Floyd Shivambu's body language, in this interview, every time where he speaks about Julius, he does not even mention Julius' name. He says the president of the EFF. He does not mention his name. Watch that interview. And for me, this was his first view. This was not his first view when he left the MK, the EFF. It was not his first view to say, I spoke in length with people, whatever. He tried to make it as if it's a decision that just happened. He just decided not to renew his membership and everything. It was not his first views. Now he's coming in deeper. The interviews are coming. Time has passed and he's dropping more bombs for us. But what he said about brotherhood, what he said about Julius Malema not being a friend, Julius Malema being just a comrade, and the lines never crossed that comrade limits for him. It was always as a political relationship. It shocked me. It shocked me. Listen to this.
We've been very careful not to personalize this issue, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
Because people have constantly tried to make this about personality clashes and all of that. However, this was a very personal decision as well, because you had built the EFF. I remember meeting you in the early days of the EFF and seeing how much you were sacrificing just for the party. People don't know the personal sacrifices that leaders went through. And you built important friendships and brotherhoods and so just for the record, in terms of the personal aspect with Julius Malema, where does that sit now?
I think so if you were to go to the interview that we did in the when I was still in the EFF, and then you asked me the question, what is the relationship with the president of the EFF? I said this political relationship, I actually made an emphasis on, it's a political relationship that we had. Yeah, and of course, because we work in the same spaces, we'll end up doing so many things together. If there's a family gathering, you'll get to know and then support each other and all of those things there. But the relationship was political relationship. And
that's interesting.
That is how it is. And I have no bad feelings about anyone, like generally. Leave the people that I work with. Generally, I don't have any personal feelings against anyone. Like I relate far much easier with comrades in the ANC. Like I talk to everyone. Like I'll talk to the comrades that we led with in the ANC. Like I talk to Andile Lungisa. I talk to Lebogang Maile for a very long time on the phone. I talk to Lamula, like about so many issues. I talk to everyone. Like I get to have political discussions with them, even if we're in different political organizations. I still talk to some of the comrades in the EFF, except those who feel like they might be doubted for having engagements with me. I don't have problems with anyone, but I'm able to distinguish that there's a political relationship and like so-called brotherhood and everything else. Because sometimes this so-called brotherhood, it's not brotherhood, it borders on gangsterism, a gangster relationship that we're together. If a person is wrong, we can call each other to order. Like you defend each other even when a person is doing wrong things, is now venturing into wrong politics of being boastful and doing wrong things in public and everything else, and disrespecting people, and then you don't say anything because of brotherhood. You must be able to call out certain things that this is unacceptable and everything else. And if it's realized that, so those things of the personal relationship can't override a political principle in the relations with everyone. So if a comrade misbehaves or does things which you realize that this is wrong, we must be able to call each other to order. Like it's not gangster relationship where you say we'll die together. It doesn't work like that. And by the way, this characterization, I used to say this when we were in the National Executive Committee of the ANC clique. So Pulemabe was the Treasurer General of the ANC clique. So I used to say to the president of the ANC clique, now current president of the EFF, that me and you are going to be buried next to each other. Wow. All the time. And then later on he went to engage in other activities, like to collaborate with those who were dealing with him. Now I used to say that I'll never say that. I'll never. Like if it's a political relationship, like you can't promise to die next to each other in a political relationship. It's based on principle. Sure. If principle shifts, then we no longer relate the same way that we related before. So if you realize that there's certain areas of just divergence from what should define a revolutionary, you must be able to say, but this is not what I signed up for. This is not the character which I thought we're dealing with. And I'm not talking about the contextual relationship now with the president of the EFF. I'm talking generally in politics that we should relate to each other on political principles so that we're able to correct each other whenever something goes wrong.
That we want to thank you for having led us with decisiveness, for having taken the courage to confront enemy forces. Many people had counted you out. You have sharpened all of us. When we met, me and you were 27 years old when we started working together. And I was 25 years. Throughout the 15 years, we have learned a lot from you. This organization and all of us who's around you will not be here if it was not because of your massive contribution, not just politically, but in our personal and career development as well. So we want to take this opportunity to say kwa kensa ikensile ngopu inkomu president ya ina EFF kani mama realebuha enkosi siyabulela siyabonga realibuwa for having led us this far. This movement will not be here if it was not because of the decisive and clear leadership of the Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF. As I said, fighters, my task is a straightforward task. Is to introduce to you today, for the keynote address, a revolutionary. I'm introducing to you the great Pan-Africanist. I'm introducing to you a visionary, a leader whom you can count in the same lines as Anton Lambert, as Robert Sobukwe, as Thomas Sankara, as Kwame Nkrumah, as Patrice Lumumba, as all the greatest leaders that dare to confront the colonial and apartheid system. I'm presenting to you the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Economic Emancipation Movement, Comrade President.
Whew. And when I tell you guys don't trust politicians, you think I'm joking. Look at what these people can do to each other. Yesterday I said, no matter how excited you get in politics, don't put your political career above your family. Someone commented on the comment section, he said, no, King, that is not the comrade spirit. The comrade spirit says you put the need of a country above your family. I say, hey, don't make that mistake. Don't make that mistake. That spirit of comradism, if I can put it like that, is no longer there in today's politics. You will be the only one who sacrifices your family for a party that can turn around and bite you. You'll be don't be that stupid. Don't. The party belongs to nobody. Nobody. He says, no, this was a political relationship. Always has been. That's what he has been saying. There's so many clips, Floyd, that we can find of you speaking about your brotherhood with Julius Malema, how much you love him and nothing will come between you. Don't even make us go that far. We don't want to embarrass you. We don't want to say anything like that. But this is not true. You in the past, you did consider Julius as a brother, as more than just a comrade. You know, so he says this brotherhood is like gangsterism. Brotherhood is like gangsterism. Man, Floyd, man. No, man, Floyd, I took you as a person who is very, very wise, a lot of wisdom, Floyd. To say brotherhood is gangsterism, when a comrade is wrong, you can correct them because of brotherhood. That's not brotherhood. Brotherhood is correctism. A brother will not allow another brother to be boastful, to do things in public, but just because of position is unable to correct that brother. That is wrong what you said, Floyd. It's wrong. Yesterday I was with a friend here, came and we spoke in length. It's a friend that we have a brotherhood relationship, me and that friend. I correct him. He corrects me. We can fight, And when I say fight, I mean fight. But when he leaves my house, when we separate from each other, we know we are brothers no matter what. The truth has been told. Say, man, now you're better, man. Le rubbish man, is nonsense, man. Do this. I suggest you do this and do this and do this. That is how you should act as a brother. You can't be a brother that says, no, I can't correct you. Brotherhood is gangsterism. Gangsterism is uniting against committing crime. The loyalty is beyond what is right and wrong of gangsterism. Maybe you are never a part of a gang when you grew up, when Floyd. You're talking nonsense. Call me Doti. There is brotherhood is stronger than political alliance. Brotherhood stronger. Political alliance, you are subjected to the political party's constitution and what. Brotherhood, you are not. When someone is wrong, you stand up. Hey, no. There you are not representing us correctly, my president. I think you are wrong. That's it. So, Floyd has got a big problem with Julius Malema. Big problem. You see it in his dilemma. You can see it in his facial expression when he speaks about Julius. He does not see Julius as anything. And this is going to be a problem in the future when the MK has to work with the EFF. I think when the MK has to work with the EFF, those two, Floyd and Julius, must not be part of the negotiations. Other people must negotiate in behalf of the two parties, and Julius and Floyd must not be there. Must not be there, because Julius and Floyd will not sit properly in one office without the tension breaking there. And I hope they've got the maturity to say, no man, King, you are talking nonsense. I can sit with Floyd and we can talk, and when we agree on something. I hope I'm wrong on that. But judging by the Floyd's dilemma, I'm just judging by his body language, voice tone, facial expression. There's something big there. There's something big there. So the collaboration between the two parties are at not on a healthy state here because of Floyd and Julius, and mainly because of Floyd. For me, Floyd is the one in the wrong here. You guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but I'm taking Julius' side here, because Julius was not consulted, Julius was not spoken to, everybody knew. Floyd Shivambu even says in the interview that he speaks to everyone in different political parties and everything, but he does not speak to to Julius. He speaks to everyone, but he doesn't say, even Julius, I speak to him now and then, we text or whatever. He does not mention him. It's a problem. Well, okay, yeah, so thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. Let me just tell you more about the land that we acquired for PETA, the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. If you don't know what that is the school that this YouTube channel is building. It's a school that we started about 3 months ago. We started with this idea of saying we want to build an Africanized curriculum for the future generation of South Africa and Africa at large. So we decided we want to build a school. The name of the school is PETA. Everybody calls it PETA. The t-shirt and the merchandise, everything is coming. So it's the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We were answering the call to say, what is it that we're going to say we have done in our generation? So we decided to say we are going to build a school that will save generations to come. We are going to teach economics in a proper way. We are going to teach technology in a revolutionary way. We are going to teach agriculture, history and science in a different way. We are going to compete with the best schools in the world with this school, PETA, the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We've been struggling for the past 3 months looking for a place where we can call home for PETA. And I am proud to say that we have finally found a physical address. PETA is no longer an idea that we're just speaking about here on YouTube. So many people have donated to PETA, believing in the school even before we found the physical address. And right now we've got the physical address. I am so proud to say, guys, thank you so much that you have believed in us. Now we've got a place to call home. It's in Berkeley West, just outside Berkeley West, about 35 to 40 kilometers outside Kimberley. So you are close to airports, close to hospitals, close to towns, close to everything. We're going to be building our boarding school there in Berkeley West. I'm so excited about Berkeley West. Is a small town that we're going to develop so much that is going to benefit so much for having PETA just around the corner. So I'm very excited. The artificial design of the school are breathtaking. It's not even the final work, but I'm telling you, when I tell you the school is beautiful, I mean the school is beautiful. It's going to change people's lives. It's going to change how people view us as Africans, because we've always been saying that Africans are complaining, Africans don't want Orania, Africans don't want, and the question that everyone asks us is that, what is it that you have built? And we are quiet because we know how to march, we know how to protest, we know how to bend tires, we know how to loot, we know how to whatever. And people start thinking that we can't build anything. And with PETA, we are showing them that we have the intelligence to run institutions that can change generations to come, and PETA is one of those institutions that is going to change generations. I had a very, very, very successful meeting with the team, the owners of the land. I spoke to them. I said, guys, this is what we want to do on the farm. And they said, young man, this is brilliant. Let us allocate the farm. We drafted a contract and they signed the contract in the meeting. And I am proud to tell you guys that we have a place we call home. PETA has got a physical address. You're going to start seeing the wall coming up, the signage coming up. You're going to start seeing people working. So continue, my African people, please continue sending your donations to the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. Our details are on the screen. Please make sure that you make your monthly contributions. The account is here. I don't understand when people see the account here and then on the comment section they comment, can you send me the account? The account is right here. Screen grab this. Our WhatsApp number is here. And if you don't see properly there, you can just go on our website, www.paseta.co.za. You will get all the information that you need there. So thank you so much, guys. Again, let's celebrate. Let's spread the word. Click the subscribe button. We want to get to 50,000 before the end of the year. Click the like button. Go on the comment section and celebrate with us. And also click the share button. Share it on your WhatsApp status. Share it on your Facebook status. Tell people that we have found a location where we're going to build the first Black independent Pan-Africanist school here in South Africa. Thank you so much for everyone that has believed in us. And I'll be telling you more and more about the school as the week transpires, and the event that we are having on March 2025, our main fundraiser event that we'll be having. So make sure that you clear the last week of March. You clear that weekend, because we will be here in Kimberley. Everybody will be here. Celebrities will be here. The news, mainstream, everybody will be invited to cover this issue of PETA. I'm so excited about that. So I would like to also thank the team that I'm working with. You know, it is impossible to do what I'm doing alone. And this gentleman that I'm working with, they make my life easier, from the technology side, the marketing side, the interrelations, strategic partners side, and everything, documentation, policy, and everything. I would like to thank them. Not forgetting, obviously, our advisory panel, our strategic partners, the IT group, the marketing group. I would like to thank PETA Lesotho, PETA Namibia, PETA Uganda, PETA Angola, and PETA Botswana. Also, we are trying to develop PETA Zimbabwe and PETA Mozambique. I'd like to thank everyone who's involved. That I can't name everyone by name, but one day I will. I would like to thank everyone that has believed in us and that has raised their hands and say, I want to support with my expertise and everything. So thank you so much, my African people, for believing in us. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.